Hey, hey, Lumio lovers. We are back again with another Lumio live stream, and this one is a spooky one. I'm your host, Asha, and joining me today is Mish. And we have, as I said, a spooky Lumio Live session today for you guys. We are all about the monster quiz, and my favorite time of year is Halloween. And of course, the monsters are dressed up for Halloween, so I absolutely love it. Mish has a mean monster quiz that she has created, and it's going to be tons of fun today. So thanks so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks, Asha. Welcome, everyone. We're super pumped today to talk about the monster quiz. And not only because right now it happens to be Halloween themed. I mean, is this not the most fun part of the year? So I can't continue without giving a special shout out to Lois, who's usually here with us for our Lumio Lives. And she definitely helped come up with some of these really awesome trivia questions we've got here for you today. But before we get started with our quiz here, what I really want to talk about is why do a monster quiz with your students? Right? A lot of us probably use in our classrooms Kahoot, and Kahoot is great, but let's think about why we go there. When we think about the four effective parts of a lesson, we engage our students in a topic, then we explore, then we help them to elaborate it, and then, of course, we have to give them a little evaluation, right? So, the four E's of an effective part of a lesson. And Kahoot fits into that because it's a fun way to get your kids really engaged and also to give them a little bit of an assessment. But the goal of Lumio is that you can do so many of these things all in one tab, all in one lesson file. So if you love Kahoot, you're going to love the Monster Quiz because, again, it brings everything into one platform for you. And also, our Monster Quiz changes themes throughout the year. So we always have our regular Monster Quiz, but over different seasons and holidays, our little monsters do get dressed up. So with that, let's do a little Monster Quiz here. And if you are joining us here live and you're not logged into my class yet, let me pop my code out for you. So you can either scan the QR code if you're on your computer. On your phone, you can go to hellosmart.com and put in my code. Or we can also drop the direct join link right in the chat for you so you can join in and play along with our monster quiz today. Let's take a minute to get logged in if we're not logged in yet. And we're going to kick it off. All right. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Oh, look at all the little monsters. Asha, which one's your favorite? They're all dressed up for Halloween.
Oh my gosh, I can't even pick a favorite right now. I mean, I do love Crystal, but oh gosh, it's so hard to pick a favorite.
They're just so fun. I love it. And for everyone, the join link for my lesson here is right in the chat for you. So let's hit start for class. All right, looks like I've got a few of you already in here, and let's divide into teams. I can choose how many teams I'll have. Let's just go ahead since we're a smaller group. We'll do 2 groups. It auto generates right in front of your students. So you're never going to get the student say, Miss G, you always put me with Asha. Well, now you can blame the computer for doing it. But also something that you can do, even though it auto generates, you can always manipulate the groups like this if you need to, in case there are specific students that maybe you don't want competing against each other, anything like that. All right, let's start our quiz here. All right. Let's see how everyone's doing. On your side, you should be able to participate in the quiz. And one thing that I really love about the monster quiz is that when you get the question wrong, it'll move you on to that next question. But that other question that you got wrong does come back around. So it's really great because it'll actually eliminate the wrong answer that you already got, which gives students the opportunity for that repetition. If they see that question over and over again, it's really good as a study material for them as well because they get to keep practicing and they don't just give up when they get the wrong answer. Repetition is so awesome. The students, when they're playing the monster quiz, they love having this up in front of them because they get to compete. They're, of course, being tested on their lesson material. Now, today, of course, we're just doing a fun Halloween themed trivia here. But if this was your content, there's so many different ways you could do this with your student as a form of assessment and, again, to gamify that learning. And then the students, as they're answering those questions, looks like something fun is happening on the screen here. Those little eggs, if you will, are shaking as you're answering the questions. So we've got firestormers against the fire breathers. We put some really fun questions in there.
These are some good questions.
What do you see in there? What are some of those questions we put?
I keep getting the one wrong for the record amount of candy and the
Oh, the
heaviest
record amount of
pumpkin.
candy. Oh, firestormers. There we go. Looks like
We're
something's
we're catching
happening.
up. We're catching up.
Oh, fire breathers are getting there. Who is going to win? So again, I love that those questions keep on coming back. So just like Asha said, she keeps getting a question wrong, and that's okay because she'll get that opportunity to think about it again with, again, that wrong answer eliminated. Oh, there's an arm coming out of the firestormers. Oh, there's two of them. Can hear my Midwestern coming out because I say ope. It's such a Midwestern thing.
Okay, I finally am going to get this candy one right.
Did you get to the last option?
Yep.
Oh, I see an eye with the firestormers. Fire breathers, there you are. I see an arm finally coming out. Oh, looks like we have our winners. It's the firestormers. Just for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and end the quiz. If you are playing our game, thank you so much for popping on and participating in our monster quiz. We see in the chat, let's go, fire breathers. No worries. Of course, if we were in class, I would definitely let them keep trying and make sure that they get to answer all the questions. But just since our Lumio Live here is short, I'm going to go ahead and end that quiz. Congrats to our firestormers in first place. One thing I also really love about the monster quiz is I can hit this review button, and right from here, oh, it looks like we had a student disconnected from fire breathers. We're going to count that for you. We can review the questions. So as those questions, again, this was really a game for our students, but it's also review of material if we were doing this with our students in class. So what's really great is as those questions are fresh in our students' brains, we can review the questions together. So what is the record for the most candy collected, Asha? You finally got it. What was the right answer?
Oh my gosh, it took me forever. I went through all of them. I was like 4,000, 500, 2,000. I was like,
It
maybe
has to just be the biggest
350.
number,
I
right?
was like, the biggest number.
I was doing some research on all these different trivia questions, and I have to say that the least surprising of them all was that the most popular couples costume this year, the prediction for it is going to be T Swift and Travis Kelce. Like, I was so not surprised by that.
Me neither. I got that one right off the bat.
Yep. And right is also, it looks like everyone did. Which brings me to my next point is right away, also as a teacher, is not only are my students reviewing the material here and we're reviewing the answers together, I also get this little chart here that shows me for each question how my students did. So if there was a question that majority on this chart, it shows me that they got wrong. That's a teachable moment for me. So right away, I can go in and review that specific question. But let's take a look at how easy it is to build a monster quiz. So I'm going to come in to edit my lesson here and come right over to my plus sign. And right here in my game-based activities, I've got my monster quiz. And you'll notice one thing that I want to call out is it says teacher led. So if you're using Lumio as a whole class in a live lesson, Monster Quiz is a great option. But since it says teacher led, it's always important to consider that this is not an activity that'll work asynchronously because, of course, this is a group activity. So if I click on Monster Quiz, it's super simple. And there's a pop-up here that I'm going to tell you about in just a second. Very easy. You can just come in on your own and you can select multiple choice, or you can do true or false. Very easy to bring in a question. So we'll do, is Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift going to be the most popular couple's costume this year? And we'll just add in I'm going to just type in some gibberish here for time's sake. And I just want to show you how simple it is to then finish this quiz by clicking next. You can choose for the questions to be randomized. time limit per question as well. You hit next and have the regular monster theme, and then we also have that Halloween theme. But I have to show you something really important. Did everyone notice that all of a sudden now we've got this Lumio AI assist button? So now in Lumio beta mode, which I'll show you really quick in a second how to turn on beta mode, we now, as of yesterday, have AI assist for any of our quiz-based activities. So for response, monster quiz, or team quiz, now you can get some AI assistance with forming your questions. So you can choose your question type, you can choose your grade, how many questions you'd like for it to generate, your topic or your prompt, and you can also put in your soon you'll be able to also put in a standard, and those questions will generate for you. How awesome is that, Asha?
I absolutely love it. Like, I've been waiting for this feature, so I'm super excited to play with it.
I'm definitely a person that leans a lot on ChatGPT. So how awesome is it now? I used to go out there to get those
Mhm.
ideas, but now it lives right in Lumio. Like, what a time save. And again, this AI assist lives in our beta feature. So let me really quickly show you guys how to make sure that you've got your beta turned on. So let me leave my lesson. And if you are on your Lumio home screen like so, you'll just click on your icon in the top right corner. And right here, yours will say, I think it should say enable Lumio beta if you haven't turned it on before. Mine says about because I've already turned it on. So you can just turn on that Lumio beta and make sure that you're in our ambassador platform. Make sure that you fill out the application. We can share that with you. And our ambassadors always get to know about any features that are coming out in beta before anyone else does. So you'll always be in the know. So you're not surprised when really cool things come out in Lumio. So again, turn on that beta feature, and then you'll be able to have that AI assist with your quiz-based activities. What a time save.
No, it is awesome. Oh,
And
and one thing to mention, I think the AI feature, it's for our Spark users. Is that correct?
absolutely. So as of right now, anyone can use it if they've got beta on, and then it'll be in our Spark plan. So if you are a Lumio school district, make sure that you ask if you are part of the Spark plan. And if you're not, we'll get you guys set up with the right folks to talk to. But with that being said, every month, as a reminder, we do have our Lumio challenge, and this month's challenge is how do you use Lumio for hands-on learning? Every month, we have a different Lumio challenge. All you have to do is snap a picture or a screenshot of how you're using Lumio in your classroom, and then you can post that on any social media platform, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Make sure you tag hashtag Lumio Challenge and also us at Lumio Social, and go hashtag Go Lumio. And every month we'll have winners that'll receive a gift card for participating. With that, I'm going to hand it over to you, Asha.
Awesome. Thank you again for such an awesome lesson. And shout out to Lois for some of these great questions in the monster quiz. Thank you again, all, for joining us for this Lumio Live. And of course, we'll see you in a couple of weeks, but you can always visit us at go.smarttech.com/golumio.
Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
See ya.